as Battery Park led into some quite big things. This was the beginning of our country and also the major part of the New York City development here. So again, you're looking at this small section which everything kind of started for New York City and our country, the United States of America. All right, now we're turning left, and if you look back to the right city, today Governor's Island is open to the public. It's part of New York City's park system. It's free to go to. Brooklyn and Staten are Dutch words. In Holland, there's a town called Brooklyn, and this area is named after it. Staten is the Dutch word, and it translates to English to state. So if we were to call this by its English name, it would be the State Island, the State United States. In 1883, the Brooklyn Bridge opens. And when the Brooklyn Bridge opens, it connected two cities. The city of New York City. You can see a ship being loaded with container ships over there. All right, now to the left here, we're looking at our South Street Seaport area. Some more helicopters. Now these helicopters are for tourists. If you want. Bridge. Now the Manhattan Bridge opened in 1909 to connect the subway service from Manhattan to Brooklyn. The subway opened in 1904 in Manhattan, and now they're working on connecting the subway service. So we're going to be going underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. All right, now if we look to the right side as we go underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, you're going to see a park area. Now they're celebrating the World Cup. You're going to see a big screen there where they broadcast the World Cup games. And also, there's a glass building with a carousel. This area over to the right in Brooklyn is known as Dumbo. Now, Dumbo is another acronym. And what Dumbo means is down underneath Manhattan Bridge overpass. So this is the Dumbo area, and you can see them, the big television screen where they're going to be, where the game is going to be playing, the World Cup matches. What we're going to be looking at is the old Brooklyn naval yards. Now they closed these naval yards in the 1960s, but they were building ships for the U.S. Navy going as far back as the late 1700s. Manhattan Island. You look to the right, you're looking at Long Island. Brooklyn and Queens are part of Long Island. So we are sailing between two islands right now. Every day New Yorkers island hop from one island to the next. And this is how we move around the city. So again, you're looking at how the city's laid out. We're islands, folks. Because you can almost see the entire building. Now, if you take a picture of the Empire State Building in Manhattan, East River. If you look over here, folks, there's the Empire State Building, and now you can see how big it is from the East River. It opened in 1931. It's 102. Now, as soon as we go back under the Brooklyn Bridge, up ahead to the right, is a big pier called Pier 17. Once we pass that pier, we're going to look at the expressway, and there'll be two green expressway signs. Behind those signs is a cream-colored building. So here's Pier 17. Now start looking to the right. Now you should see this cream or white colored building coming into view, kind of right behind this boat up here. You see the two green expressway signs. As soon as we pass this building, the cream colored one, you look right up it and that's Wall Street. Now Wall Street's going to curve a little bit to the right, but you should see Trinity Church at the end of it. And there it is right there, right where that boat is going, and there's Wall Street. And there's the church right there, Trinity Church. So now you know where Wall Street is. It's quick, folks. You blink, you miss it in 84. But it took us a few years to put it together. So she officially did not open until 1886. Now, the Statue of Liberty was designed by a French sculptor named Frederick Augusta Bartholin. And the skeletal work for Lady Liberty was done by a French engineer. His name was Gustave Eiffel, the same Eiffel that the tower is named after in Paris. Now, from toe to torch, she stands at 150 feet tall. But from her pedestal to her torch, she's 302 feet tall. Now, the reason why the Statue of Liberty is green is she's made out of copper. And over time, copper does oxidize and turns green. But before we get to the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island, this is where I encourage people to get up and walk around the boat. Look behind you, folks, and you got that beautiful view of the Brooklyn Bridge. Look to the right, and you get this beautiful Manhattan skyline. So with your camera,